The spirit air, our fatal loss, did ever rise from high to higher, as mounts the heavenward altar fire, as flies the lighter through the grass. But thou art turned to something strange, and I have lost the links that bound thy changes here upon the ground, no more partaker of thy change. Deep folly, yet that this could be, that I could wing my will with might, to keep the grace of life and light, and flash at once, my friend, to thee. For though my nature rarely yields to that vague fear implied in death, nor soldiers at the gulfs beneath the haulings from forgotten fields. Yet oft, when sundown skirts the moor, an inner trouble I behold, a spectral doubt which makes me cold, that I shall be thy mate no more. Though following with an upward mind the wonders that have come to thee through all the secular to be, but evermore a life behind. I vex my heart with Funky's dream. He still outstripped me in the race. It was but unity of place that made me dream I ranked with him. And so may place retain us still, and he, the much beloved again, a lord of large experience train, to riper growth the mind and will. And what delights can equal those that stir the spirit's inner deeps, when one that loves but knows not reaps a truth from one that loves and knows. If sleep and death be truly one, and every spirit's folded bloom through all its intervital bloom, in some long trance should slumber on, unconscious of the sliding hour, bare of the body might it last, and silent traces of the past be all the color of the flower. So then were nothing lost to man, so that still garden of the souls, in many a figured leaf enrolls the total world since life began. And love will last as pure and whole as when he loved me here in time, and at the spiritual prime, reawaken with the dawning soul. How fares it with the happy dead? For here the man is more and more, but he forgets that days before God shut the doorways of his head. The days have vanished, tone and tint, and yet perhaps the hoarding sense gives out at times, he knows not whence, a little flash, a mystic hint. And in the long harmonious years of death so taste leaden springs, may some dim touch of earthly things surprise thee ranging with thy peers. If such a dreamy touch should fall, O turn thee round, resolve the doubt. My guardian angel will speak out in that high place and tell thee all. The baby knew to earth and sky what time his tender palm is pressed against the circle of the breast, has never thought that this is I. But as he grows, he gathers much and learns the use of I and me, and finds I am not what I see, and other than the things I touch. So rounds he to a separate mind, from whence clear memory may begin, as through the frame that binds him in, his isolation grows defined. This use may lie in blood and breath, which elsewhere, fruitless of their due, had man to learn himself anew beyond the second birth of death. We ranging down this lower track, the path we came by, thorn and flower, each shadowed by the growing hour, lest life should fail in looking back. So be it, there no shade can last in that deep dawn behind the tomb, but clear from merge to merge shall bloom the eternal landscape of the past. A lifelong tract of time revealed, the fruitful hours of still increase, days ordered in a wealthy peace, and those 5 years its richest field. O love, thy province were not large, a bounded field, nor stretching far. Look also, love, a brooding star, a rosy warmth from March to March. That each who seems a separate whole should move his rounds, and fusing all the skirts of self again should fall, remerging in the general soul. Is faith as vague as all unsweet, eternal form shall still divide the eternal soul from all beside, and I shall know him when we meet. And we shall sit at endless feast, enjoying each the other's good. What vaster dream can hit the mood of love on earth he seeks at least? Upon the last and sharpest height, before the spirits fade away, some landing place to clasp and say, farewell, we lose ourselves in light. If these brief lays of sorrow burn were taken to be such as closed, grave doubts and answers here proposed, then these were such as men might scorn. Her care is not to part and prove, she takes when harsher moods remit, what slender shade of doubt may fade, and makes it vessel unto love. And hence indeed she sports with words, but better serves a wholesome law, and holds it seen and same to draw the deepest measure from the cause. Nor dare she trust a larger lay, but rather loses from the lip short swallow flights of song that deep their wings in tears and skim away. From art, from nature, from the schools, let random influences glance, like light in many a shivered lance that breaks about the dappled pools. The lightest wave of thought shall lisp, the fancy's tenderest edity wreath, the slightest air of song shall breathe, to make the sullen surface crisp. And look, thy look, and go thy way, but blame not thou the winds that make the seeming wanton ripple break, the tender penciled shadow play. Beneath all funkied hopes and fears, me, the sorrow depends down, whose muffled motions blindly drawn the buses of my life in tears. Be near me when my light is low, when the blood creeps and the nerves break, and tingle and the heart is sick, and all the wheels of being slow. Be near me when the sensuous frame is rocked with pangs that conquer trust, and time, a maniac scattering dust, and life, a fairy slinging flame. Be near me when my faith is dry, and men, the flies of latter spring, that lay their eggs and sting and sing, and weave their petty cells and die. Be near me when I fade away to point the dome of human strife, and on the low dark words of life, the twilight of eternal day.